All right. Welcome back to another evening of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, the Seeking Revonar home campaign. We're back streaming again because I finally fixed all my problems and we got all our players here, which have been exciting. There is no record of last week's adventure, just because I couldn't fix what the recording problem was. But a quick recap was our players have decided to go and tackle the monastery and made their way to the monastery. And when they got there, they took on 2 guards at the front gate. So they were able to defeat a couple of beastmen that were guarding the front gate, almost losing a druid in the process, as he kind of snuck up as a spider and then cast a spell, but then realized his buddies were a little bit further back than he had anticipated. So it took him 2 rounds to get up there, and poor Eingar could not shoot his crossbow to save his life for whatever reason. But they pulled it off. They were able to save their druid friend, and that's where we're going to pick up tonight. So, all right, so let's jump over the battle map a second, and let's bring the players back to where they were so they kind of get an idea of where things are happening. I'm gonna move you back to the monastery. There we go. So let's show the audience a little bit of the monastery map that we're on. Let's transition that over. There we go. So Alberix, we can see, is as the camera swings in and we fade to opening here, he's dusting himself off, having just been knocked down, and he's at very, very little hit points. I mean, the blood and the open wounds all around him are significant. Rock stands over him, probably breathing heavy from his rage that kind of fades out of his eyes. And Eingar was the first one to get to Alberix and give him a healing. So just so you know, Pelly, you used one of your spells to use a Cure Light Wounds on him. I marked it off on your character sheet, so you should be fine.
Okay.
And then Tristan and Rock ran over, and that's where we pick up. So you're at the front. The 2 bodies of the beastmen are near you. There was a couple of wicked-looking double-bladed axes, but they're made of like a dark kind of rotted, crusty iron. They didn't seem to have anything else on them, and you guys butchered them pretty well. That there's just a good amount of dismemberment of these things on the ground, and that's where we start. So what would the group like to do at this point as Alberix begins to stand up?
So
Spits up
we
a goblet of blood.
we don't need to keep the axes, right? Or we don't want to. All right, then I break the handles on the axes just so they can't use them easily,
Nice.
just in case more things show up.
Yep. I like it.
Also, let's drag the dead bodies someplace where it would not be immediately obvious they're dead, right here in the front door.
Yeah, the closest spot would be to the south of you by several hundred feet, but that's not really that far. So yeah, you could drag some bodies back.
Yep. Probably just getting them out in case a patrol comes back or something.
Rock's gonna run up to the door and sit and listen, because we know where the maw entrance is.
Alberix is going to fish around in his pack and pull out a healing draught.
Okay. Eingar?
I am going to check Alberix over after he takes his healing draught, and if he still needs a little bit of healing, I'll hit him again. I'll lay hands on him, shoulders again.
Healing potion is 2d4 plus 4. Is that right?
2d4 plus 2, I believe.
Okay.
All right, so we see some bodies getting dragged to the back. We see Alberic's drinking a potion, and Ironguard kind of staying near Alberic's, making sure he's okay. Rock, as you get up to the gates, you see a couple of figures that seem to be probably hunched over, sitting up against the wall. They do not seem to have seen you.
I will slip in front and off to the and stay out of their sight.
Go ahead and make a stealth check as you begin to move from one side to the other. Okay. So yeah, you hear the creak of some of those boards from the gate kind of snap, and then you're not sure as you move over, you don't see anything, but you hear what sounds like the clinking of chains for just a second, and then it's quiet again.
Okay.
Maybe captives.
Absolutely. I'm just waiting for more hit points to pop up.
Albirix murmurs a couple words, and as he does, the light greenish glow encircles his hand as he kind of wipes it along the wounds, and they just knit back together. I cast Cure Light Wounds for 13. He
Are you
seems
feeling much better now,
improved.
Alberic?
I am.
Okay.
And Rock will wave everybody up.
Okay, yeah, so everybody sees Rock kind of waving to them. Probably with something you read as cautious, or you think he sees something, but he's staying quiet, and you're not sure why.
I'm gonna move up some.
Okay, yep, go ahead.
I'll attempt to get up there quietly.
Moving
Can
quietly.
I listen?
Yeah, if you begin to move quietly, go ahead and give me a stealth check as you move up. Oh, wow, Tristan's super stealthy. This is the stealthiest this paladin has ever been.
That's true.
I got a 14.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you guys go ahead and move yourselves up. And as you're listening, like a few, and this is like minutes because you're slowly moving and you're trying to stay quiet and then you're listening. So like maybe 30 seconds, a minute goes by, and you might hear a clink of chain again, and then it's quiet again for another 5 or 10 minutes, just depending on how long you're going to listen.
Oh, not that much longer. I'll peek around the corner then.
Yeah, you see two forms that are in a sitting position. They got their hands over their knees and maybe their heads are down, and in the courtyard area.
Okay.
You can see chains hanging from the wall up to the north.
I'll point to them as I go in. I'm gonna head to the left, and get by.
I'm following Rock off to the left.
Do they seem to be conscious, or are their heads down?
They seem to be not moving, maybe sleeping, maybe unconscious, maybe... As you kind of look, you can see there are chains that seem to be holding them to the walls also. One is, as you kind of look that way, one appears to be a human, and one appears to be what you would think of an average size kobold.
Peculiar. These chains were not here before, were they?
No, they were not.
Well, Rock's not the person to talk to a captive, so somebody else should probably take that job.
Did you say the kobold and human were chained to the wall?
Yes, both appear to be chained to the wall. And everybody had a really good roll, so they have not looked up or seen or noticed you moving through the courtyard as quietly as possible.
From where I'm at, it's pretty well lit. Do they seem to be wounded, or are they just fastened to the wall?
They look like they've seen better days. Their clothing looks frayed in areas. There's definitely maybe dried up blood here or there. It definitely doesn't look like they've been here for just a few minutes. It looks like they've been here for days, maybe.
Should free them. Just more allies.
Are you talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So at that point, then, yeah, when you speak, before anybody else moves, then we see the kobold raise his head. So give me 1 second to set something up here. I should have had a little bit of this ready already. Here we go like this. Control V. Alright. Yay! Alright. Let him join in our... Welcome, Jordan! So, just for those of you that are now going to see, I'm going to switch it over. Just give me a sec. There we go. And I'll switch the names around. Because I wasn't sure how you were coming in.
So I don't think I can hear you.
Oh, are you in Discord? Let's see. He might not be in Discord yet. Oh, yeah, there he is. Let me check the permissions.
We should have tested this, Lucian, because I can't hear you.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that all works. Huh. Jordan. Give me 1 sec. Oh, I want it to be a surprise. How about now?
Can we use Zoom audio?
Can you hear me now?
Or can we use Zoom audio?
Let me type into him. Oh, here we go. There we go. How about that? I'll get it in a second.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, tell him to join because I'm not in the Zoom audio. So tell him to join the Discord and tell him I set the permissions. So it should be set.
Jordan, can you hear me?
Can you hear us now? Okay, so join the Discord. He's changed the permissions for you now.
Hello, can I hear you?
Can you hear us?
We can
Yep.
hear you.
And then
Can you hear us?
Yay.
now mute
Okay.
your Zoom
Yes.
channel.
Now Zoom is muted.
Sweet. All right. So all of that because I wanted to surprise our guests. So some of you that you may not know that Jordan is my co-host on Saturday morning, and he had a week off, and I talked him into playing a character with us. So let's get him in here. We're just going to roll right in. Jordan's character, your head kind of lifts as you see four figures kind of sneak into the map area. So if you join the Roll20, you should be on the right map, correct?
I think I am.
And you can see these figures. So you see as you look up, you see a orc, half orc. You see a gith. You see a dwarf. And you see a completely armored person.
Okay.
Each of you, each of you, Rock, Eingar, Albrix, and Tristan, go ahead and roll a intelligence check. Just hit your intelligence score to see if you recognize this person. And I'll switch back over. Now we got you going. 15s, those are good. 10s, 19s. So here's the thing. Each of you, except for probably Alberix, remember that every now and then you had seen a kobold in the lovely coin. So you recognize him as one of the adventurers that you had seen at times in the lovely coin. But it seems like it's been a few weeks since the last time you saw this person, and he stood out because there are not very many kobolds or any other kobolds in Port Bastion. So now you see this kobold who, and I'll let Jordan describe the character, but he's chained by a leg and arm to the wall next to a human that is wearing the clothes of like a villager or farmer. So go ahead, Jordan, give us a little description of your character.
So I'm a red kobold. I'm fairly short, like 3 feet tall, I think. I've got green eyes and red scales, like I said, red kobold. And I don't know, am I wearing... do I have equipment on me? Am I wearing like armor or anything, Lucian?
Yeah, you have your clothes and armor, but the rest of your equipment is in that note I sent you earlier. So that you see the door to the south of you is where that note references.
Okay. This is all exciting, but confusing at the same time.
Sure.
Yeah. So, and then I've got like some custom leather armor that looks like it was made specifically for me because it wouldn't quite fit a halfling, it wouldn't quite fit a gnome, but it would fit a kobold really well. Like room for his tail and things like that. And I'm just shackled, and I'm assuming I hear these people come in. You
didn't at first, but then you hear the orc say, and Rock, go ahead and say what you said.
Free them, potential allies.
And that's when you kind of lifted your head up because you did not hear them sneak into the courtyard. It was then you noticed them, and they're there.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yes, free Dirk, free him now, please, free.
I'll attempt to break their chains.
All right, yeah, go ahead and go move over. Now, describe how you want to break them. You're just going to like grab them and hulk them, or are you going to hit them with something, or what?
I'll try to hulk them.
All right, so yeah, they're over here. The human kind of is looking too, and you can see he's a human male, sandy blonde hair, typical pants and shirt, rough hands of a farmer. And he's like kind of holding his hands out too as you walk over. So yeah, go ahead and give us you can use athletics or you can use your straight strength, whichever one you want to do a check there. 16, yeah. So you kind of pry on it and you're able to pull the chain off the wall, but you're not able to break the chain apart. So the manacle is still kind of on the ankle and the wrist of both of them, but you're able to pull it right out of the wall. Both chains just crash.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Dirk is free.
Albirix is going to look over to Rock and kind of motion with his head, and to the human holds a slender, long talon finger. I'm going to go watch this area right here.
Okay. Seems quiet.
So hopefully Rock goes over and gives him the assist.
Okay, I'll help him.
Yeah, so you don't see anything else. The whole monastery seems very quiet at the moment, very ominous still. The human that's been freed, he moves, and you hear the clanks of the chains as he moves kind of down here, as if he's trying to move away from where Alberix is. He looks afraid as Alberix kind of starts to move into that hallway.
I'm just going to peer around the edge of that, and as I do, I'm going to use the telekinesis to pull that red scarf up around his face in case my appearance is startling to him as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to be looking down this hallway.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see anything.
Can the two of us then break the manacles?
You can if you can't. You're not going to be able to pry them apart, but if you use some type of tool, or if you try to find a key, or
Are there any like splinters of metal or something that I could use as like a lockpick and try? Now that my hands are free, maybe I can try and pick them myself.
Or was there a key on the Beastman?
there was no key on the Beastman. You're looking around for anything. Go ahead and do a survival check, Jordan. See if anything's just
okay.
laying around.
You can still hear me, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because I moved Discord, so I didn't. Okay, survival check. That's not going to be good, but we'll try it.
Yeah, so you're looking around, and it's like you're in an area that they've definitely swept clean to make sure, because you've been here for several days now, and
Right.
you're still kind of in the same general area, and you're not seeing anything that would allow you. Now you kind of remember where your gear is, and you have your stuff there, or if one of these other people have something on them.
A dagger, a short sword. Dirk is vulnerable.
Rock will give you his dagger.
Okay.
I've also got a crowbar, if that will help pull anything off of those guys.
Yeah.
Kobold legs are fragile. I'd be careful.
I mean, it's a tool to try something, so you get a different
Yeah.
roll if you're going to use a tool. So yeah, go ahead and you can make a strength or athletics check, and you're basically use the crowbar point of it. You're going to try to smash the chain apart. Yeah, so you're able to free the kobold of his chains.
Yay!
Go ahead and do another roll for the human. Oh yeah, smash it apart as if it had been weakened before. And so now the chains are off, and he thanks you quietly, whispering to you, remembering what the strange green skin or yellowish skin person had said to him. And he whispers kind of to the group that's there. Probably Tristan and Rock and Dirk can hear him. Alberix and Eingar, you probably wouldn't hear him. You kind of see him whispering to the others. And he says his name is Bran. And he says, "We're in danger. We should leave."
We now
There's
leave.
the big tower. All of my stuff, and all of the things from the people, they took it all and they put it in a big locked tower.
And that's right to the south of you there. So you can see a door here that has also a chain and a lock on it.
I'll go see if it's open, or if I can push it open quietly.
Now you can see that there's a chain that goes through it, and there's like an iron handle, and the chain wraps around it, and there's a big padlock, like old style, big lock on it that's got it chained up at the moment.
Can I use the crowbar on that?
Can you? Sure you can. Give it a shot. All right.
Eingar's watching down the hallway to the east.
Okay. So yeah, you can hear the last couple of things have kind of made some noise, and both you and so what we see is we hear the chain break, and it rattles and falls to the ground. We see Eingar and Albrix kind of flinch a second, and they keep watching down the hallways that they're keeping an eye on. But you're not seeing anything. You're not hearing anything. As the chain kind of falls, you can tell that the door almost kind of swings open just a smidge, as if it's not being held together very well now that the chain is off.
Can I push through?
You go to grab it to pull it open, and as you do, a form rushes out from inside and tries to just bowl right into you. And let's go ahead and fix that for you. Nope, that's not what I want.
Oh boy. How many beastmen can clown car in this room?
And let me get the dynamic lighting out of the way for you. There we go. And what you see as everything just quickly in slow motion from the cinematic camera angle is the door swings open, and we hear the clatter of bones and leather armor and the creaking of the different pieces of leather and small little pockets of metal buckles and such, as a sword starts to swing down towards Rock, who's standing in the doorway. Everybody can go ahead and select their token. And once you've selected your token, you can roll initiative.
So, if possible, I want to use my shield to do the reaction to help disadvantage that.
Yeah. We're going to see how good your roll is for initiative first.
Alrighty.
He's patient like me.
Oh, I didn't put him on the right layer there.
You also have that danger sense on that barbarian.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's go there. And let's do that and that. There we go.
All right.
So we must have missed one when we were cleaning the place out?
Maybe like 2?
We're two 13s. Awesome. All right, I'll put that there. Okay, so let's take a look at how everybody did. Wow, no real high rolls. Interesting. And where's Tristan at? Tristan, nope, you're so far down. I'm gonna say that this is almost like a surprise round for you. Sure. That you weren't able to react in time. Yeah, and we're just gonna go with turn order here. I'll turn that down a little. It's a little loud. There we go. All right. So first up is our skeleton warrior here. So again, what you see is now for Dirk, you've not seen these creatures before. The only thing you've seen in this monastery courtyard has been groups of beastmen. Alberix would recognize these. Rock would recognize these, and Eingar would recognize these creatures as there used to be some skeleton guards that guarded the monastery, and these two have the same look of the ones you had fought before. Tristan, this is the first time you're seeing them. They are definitely skeletal warriors with big shields and swords, and they've got a pretty big stature to them. They look pretty significant, and they wear some armor. So the first one is, we're going to switch the people here. Let's see. Just so I get it right. Yeah, it's this guy. There we go. Okay, so he's going to move in and try to swing his sword here. So he swings it out, and Rock is able to bat it aside easily as he tries to push his way out into you, but is unable to do that. And we'll move to our Ranger Dwarf next. So Eingar, you see a battle has erupted all of a sudden at the doorway.
I see that there are plenty of people around the doorway, but so I don't need to get in there right this second. But I am going to move towards it, but still be able to see down that east hallway. And I've got my battle axe and warhammer out. That's it.
Okay. All right, that moves us to Rock. You were up. You're at the doorway.
I'm going to... I'm just going to attack. I'm not going to... Oh, we don't have plus up. Sorry. 12?
12 is a miss, as it smashes against the shield that the skeletal warrior holds. Yeah.
And I've got two people to either side of me that I don't know. So I'm going to actually hold rather than move through. Or maintain my position.
Okay, so no bonus action, no others. Okay. And you guys do not have... Bless would have popped off at that point from the last fight for you guys?
It would have been done, I'm sure.
All right, let me take the icon off for you here. Just so we don't get confused. All right, so Dirk... all of a sudden, the half orc who's enormous seems to be fighting what you can see a skeletal warrior on the other side of him in that room. What would you like to do? You have a dagger.
I know. It's so exciting. Am I small enough that I could go in between his legs, stab him, and then run back out?
Unfortunately, it looks like he's maneuvering and dodging sword shots and shifting, that it doesn't look like you can kind of get past him that way.
I'm not sure how I can help then unless I had something that's ranged. So I will use can I use the help action for him, for Rock, for his next turn to give him advantage?
If you were within 5 feet, I think you could. And you
5 feet
kind
of the enemy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you notice that Bran looks like he's about to run away from that area. And you, as you're looking at where Bran's standing, you're like in your mind thinking, if I was there, I could definitely help him.
Can I hold... Yeah, I'll hold my action, and then when the human moves out of the way, Bran moves out of the way, can I slide over and stab him with my dagger?
Yes. Yeah, you could hold action to do that. Yeah.
Then I will hold my action.
So yeah, you kind of see he's in mid kind of moving out of the way as our, as our 6 seconds slowly ticks by and you're waiting for your maneuver. All right, so we'll move on to Albrix. A fight has broken out. You probably can't quite see what's going on.
I am going to move over to see what's going on.
Okay.
And as I do, I am going to... I have a pouch with my sling and my bullets in it. I want to hand that off to Dirk.
Okay. So, Dirk, do you think you've seen a Gith Zerai before, or do you want to make a roll to even know? Yeah. So so this molted skin, kind of tall, lanky person comes up to you and is like holding out, obviously, what appears to be sling and a pouch of bullets or something.
And I turn. I'm like, no, don't attack me.
And as he takes it, it just lifts of its own accord and then hangs in the air in front of you as though something is holding it.
Ah, witchcraft!
All right. Anything else for Elbrix? Oh, you muted.
Oh, it drops so you can catch it or not, but it was clearly meant for you.
Okay.
And is that my action to do that?
Yeah, because you're pulling something out, interacting with it, holding it out. That'd be an action. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep an eye over here after I slide the sling to.
Okay.
Can I grab it this round, or should I wait until my next turn?
You
Since
can
I've
grab
already
it on
held
the
my
move.
action.
So like as you're moving, you can interact with
Okay.
it at that same time.
And a sling does 1d4 plus dex. I guess.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I believe so.
It does.
All right,
Thank you.
so the other creature can't get through either. So it's going to... yeah, it's going to move to the side here. So it's moving around in the room behind. And now we'll get to Tristan. You were up.
All right, I do turn undead. It's a 14 wisdom save for them.
Nice. All right. Let's do 2 wisdom saves. So the first one that's at the doorway rolls a 3, so will fail. So go ahead and I think you can click your turn, I think. Oh, did we have that set up as one of your abilities on your character sheet?
It doesn't appear to, no.
Okay, so either one. That's okay. I'll look it up on the... So we'll do Cleric, and it's turn...
Not cleric, paladin. Oath of
Paladin.
devotion.
I think it's the same turn, though, right? It's probably the same as the...
Possibly. I had it listed as a
It's right there.
thing.
It's under turn undead.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. So the key is, do they run on your turn or do they run on their turn? So undead in a side, 30 feet, make save versus wisdom. If they fail, must flee at dash action for 1 minute or until it takes damage. So on its turn, it has to dash away. It has to use the dash action. Okay. That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
And of course, they should be able to hear me say, by the power of Torum, be gone, foul beast, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I was just going to have you describe what it all looked like. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So, I'll hold out my weapon, because that's going to be my holy symbol, effectively. And I'll just state that along those lines, and then there'll be a bright flash, and they'll run off on their option.
Yeah, do you see them they're in the motion of trying to, shield their eyes from your symbol, and you can tell you're affecting them as you are saying your prayers and using your oaths. Anything else then? So you're using that as your action. Anything else for movement or bonus action?
Nope. I'm just gonna, can I push the human out of the way so I could take his spot?
Not if you did use the turn action. You could have probably if you weren't doing the turn, but that's taking up your 6 seconds of...
Okay.
Yeah,
No
it
problem.
looks like he's moving. He's getting ready to move away.
That's
'Cause
fine.
he's
I was just
kinda
trying to
next.
shove him, but that works.
Yeah, so he's up. He's at the bottom of the round, and yeah, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to hide over here because he doesn't know what's going on. All right, so that brings us back to the top of the round. This creature is going to failed his save, so he dashes 5, 10 to the back of the room. I'm just going to... He's not quite in a square, but I'm just going to put him at the back there. That allows Rock a attack of opportunity if he wishes to use it.
I will.
All right, swing away. Oh, yeah, that's a hit. So actually, as you're hitting, he doesn't actually get away because he gets damaged. So he kind of starts to turn. You hit him in the back for 17 slashing damage. Nice. Yep. Minus 1. And actually, he is going to finish his move then. 5, 10, 15. I'll just put him down there. All right. Anything? So that's his turn. He's going to move, dashed. He can't do anything else. He dashed to the back, can't do anything else. Eingar, you were up.
I am. It still looks like that's. To me, it looks like it's a 3-on-1. So I'm going to stay right here, maybe move closer 1, and still watch that eastern passage.
Okay. Rock, you're up.
I'm gonna follow him.
You charge in the room. Now you do see. Oh, let me move you just one sec. You do see a circle on the floor as you charge by. Yeah, I'll put you there. Like this. Up against the wall there.
And so is the one that's against the wall still fleeing, even after I hit it?
That one seems to have backed up and has put his back to the corner there and is kind of guarding himself. But he had to use that dash action, so he couldn't. I just ended up using it anyways. So yeah, he dashed to the back of the room.
I'll move to there and swing.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, critical hit. That's going to hurt. Whew. Is that all the right damage?
It should be.
Whew. Yeah, you smash into him. Several of the bones are shattered. You can see cracks and fissures in most of the other bones as you rattle it. Maybe the jaw has fallen off. And it's in the corner. It tried to get its shield in the way, but you just battered it to the side. Anything else for Rock? Nice hit.
That is I'll take the Great Weapons Mastery critical hit, reduce creature to 0, and make a bonus attack on.
He didn't go down. He's not at 0.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then I do nothing.
It's for if you get a critical as well. Critical or reduce.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Good point.
Okay.
Oh, do I have to attack the same guy? Or can I attack the other guy? I guess I'll attack the same guy.
Well, what's the feat say, just so we get it right?
Let me post it. Hold on.
It's a new feat for us. All right, on your turn. Oh, it is. Scored a critical hit.
Doesn't say. So I guess I can attack the same guy?
Yeah. 15 is a miss. So he gets his shield in the way as the second swing comes in and rattles its arm again. But you hear some broken bones in behind. But it still stands in the corner.
Is there enough room to slide to my right?
You could, but it would get an attack of our... one of them would get to swing at you if you moved.
One of them's running away.
Yeah, he's need.
Oh, yep, that one... The one on the right is on a dash action, yep.
So I'll move to there.
All right. All right. That brings us to Dirk. All of a sudden, it's kind of freed up in there, and you can see a couple of different targets, and you've got some room to maneuver.
Yeah, what's the lighting situation like? Because I have disadvantage in bright light, so I just want to make sure I don't have disadvantage.
Currently, this is early morning when all of this takes place. They had stayed the night, and then they came up as dawn had started to peek over. So we're in early morning sun at the moment. Now, inside the tower, it's definitely darker. There's no lights inside, so the only light that's streaming in is more like dim light in the tower, whereas it's probably considered regular light on the outside of the courtyard here.
All right, I will move in. Dirk moves in.
Wow, look at this guy go.
He pulls out his dagger, and I have pack tactics, so I have advantage if I'm within an ally.
Yeah.
And I'm going to attack him with this dagger.
Go for it. And he also crits. Nice.
Wow.
So you get 12 points of piercing.
I did this wrong. Sorry, I should have added a 1d4. You didn't look over my character sheet. I did it wrong.
I'm looking. 1d4 plus 4 is what it says.
Yeah, but doesn't it say 6 plus 6?
Yeah, you rolled a 2 and got plus 4 for your, I assume, strength? Oh, no, your dex, because it's a finesse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another roll of 3 plus 3.
Which is too much, isn't it? Because you just double the dice, so it should have been 2d4, not 3d4.
No, it's right.
Sense. It is right? Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
You would get 3. Yeah, the second one would be another 3.
No, because it's a 1d4 weapon, so wouldn't it just be 2d4 since I critted? And then I do get sneak attack, so that crits as well.
Yeah.
So that's where.
So there's -3 from that. So instead of 12, it's 9 so far, and now you get your sneak attack.
9, and so I don't have so sneak attack. I don't have a fancy crit for this because I kind of built this last minute.
Yeah, no problem.
So I'll just hit sneak attack twice if that's okay.
Go ahead.
So the first one is 11, and the second one is 9. Okay, wow. So 29 damage to that skeleton.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Go ahead and describe how you. Now, what happens is you're going to describe your really cool moves, but you basically are going to break whatever magics are holding it together as all of the things kind of start to fall. But go ahead and describe what it looks like.
Yeah, so it's got like leathery armor, right? And so it's kind of got some arcane sinew that's holding it together.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably jump up right in its face and just start swiping left and right as quickly as possible. You just see like these fast kobold hands going like crazy. And then I jump back and his bones kind of just like fall apart, like clunk, 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 clunk as he falls down. And then I'll take the bonus action to disengage, and I will... How much did I move? I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll move back 30 on that circle, apparently. Which could be good or bad. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, cool. Nice turn. Boy, 2 crits in a row. That makes it easier. Albrix, you were up. You saw the Kobold dash in. You saw Rock dash in. What would you like to do?
So I'm looking there. Do I see the symbol underneath Dirk's feet?
Yeah, and just as he finishes and moves back, you see it pulse.
All right. I am going to... if I come to this spot right here, can I start to work away at it?
Yeah, you can use your action to start trying to break it apart.
All right, so I'm going to move off to this corner, and I've got like a curved, kind of a scythe-looking dagger that I'm going to rake along there and just start scrubbing and scratching and trying to break the circle.
All right, awesome. So that's your action, your movement. Anything else? Good to go?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So this creature, because he's still turned by Tom's awesome deity and his faith, but he is allowed to take the dodge action if he can't move. So it's going to try to do a dodge action is all it can do. Tristan, you are up.
All right. Is it possible to get into the room without stepping on that circle?
Yeah. Yep. You can do a diagonal. Yep.
All right. And then I guess I'll attack him twice.
Yeah, swing away. So 17 hits and the 13 misses. So 11 slashing damage on our guy here. All right, so we see 2 quick, and you're using, longsword. So you see 2 quick longsword strikes, and you get a good couple of smashed bones, and then as you're doing your backhand, the shield comes in and blocks your sword. Anything else for Tristan? And you notice that as it was trying to... Actually, roll 2 more times, Tom, because the 17 and the 13 would be the first attack. And since you have disadvantage, the 13 misses. So now roll 2 more for the second attack. So 14 which would miss, and a 25. So yeah, he moves his shield in the way as he's gone totally defensive.
Okay.
So he still stays turned because he hasn't taken any damage.
Does it say damage or if he's attacked? That's a good question.
Or till it takes damage.
Yeah, then I don't think he's taken damage yet, so.
Right.
Yep, or a minute. So 1 minute or, yep, takes damage. All right, so anything else, Tristan? So both are blocked by the shield?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
If it somehow gets an attack in this round, I'm going to use my shield block thing for whoever it attacks.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, so our human here is going to crouch in the corner and hide. So he is done. Eingar, you see him kind of move around the corner and you kind of lose sight of him. That creature is dead, so we're at the top of the third round now. That one's out. So Eingar, you're up.
Do I see anybody coming in either the northern door or the eastern?
You do not.
If not, I'm going to follow everyone through the door.
Okay.
And is there room for me to? Is there room
Yeah,
for me
you
to
can
get
consider
over?
these ones. These are normal squares, even though they don't quite fit on the map. You were just kind of squeezing into them, but we'll still count them as 5-foot squares.
Okay, I'll get over here, and from previous experience, I think my hammer is going to do the best damage against a skeleton.
Yeah, you remember that when it hits really hard.
I just got it repaired.
So he is dodging, and yeah, so it's a -1 damage at this point as you hear it creak again. Go ahead and you... oh yeah, so that's your attack.
I'll use my bonus action to swing with the battle axe.
Okay, so then the axe swings as your offhand. 16 hits, just enough. You get past the shield.
And
-6.
this one is damaged already, correct?
No, that
It's
was that's the first time it took damage, so it was not damaged at that
Okay.
time. You see that it now snarls back at Tristan as it looks at you with evil intent. You see the fear of it has left its eyes, and like the bright redness that it has flares up as it's ready to lunge forward at you. Anything else, Eingar?
I look back at it with determined anger.
All right. You broke my hammer. All right, Rock, you're up.
Okay, Rock's fought these guys before too, so he's actually going to, I guess doesn't have to drop his great axe, but he's going to put it to his left hand and pull out his flail and make an attack with a flail. Reckless. Which should counter his...
Does Rock remember that? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, he's been here before.
But he recognized it did more damage. That's why you're switching?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's going to attack recklessly, which should counter the defense.
Right, so it's a single swing then.
I want to roll my great axe.
If it's the same bonus, it's fine. But just roll the flail damage instead of the great axe damage. I don't know if it's different. And you got to move over if you're going to swing. There you go.
9.
All right. Yeah, so it tries to use its shield, but the flail is able to bypass most of that, kind of bouncing up into its skull as it smashes into it.
That's it?
You're still not raging?
No.
Okay. All right, then Dirk, you were up.
I'm gonna move forward if I can. Am I stuck in this? I feel like I triggered something with this thing.
No, you do notice a pulse underneath you, and it's about once every 5 seconds. There's this dull red pulse, but you don't seem like anything's happening to you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move forward, and is he still dodging?
Yes.
Okay, so I have pack tactics, which means this is a regular attack, and I'm gonna attack with this dagger again.
Yeah, swing away.
14.
Skitters across the shield that is covered with some metal and some leather, but is not able to sink in to the skeletal
Alright.
warrior.
Bonus action, disengage, because I am cowardly.
Okay.
And I'll go 5, 10, 15, and I'll go back there.
Okay. Brings us to Alberix. You were up.
I'm going to continue to feverishly break the circle.
Yeah, you were able to do it on your last turn, and as at the very end and the beginning of your turn now, you see that you've scraped enough of it off that it doesn't pulse anymore. It just goes dark.
So does that mean that I used my action for this turn, or do I still?
Nope. You're at the very front of your turn as you were.
All right. So I want to. I want to toss the holy water.
Okay.
So that'll be a dex attack. Can I use my sling? That'd be the same thing, right?
Sling's
Did you give
outside.
me your sling?
Well, it's no. What I mean is it would be the same modifier, dexterity plus my proficiency.
Well, throwing holy water being improvised weapon.
Okay.
So I think you get the ability modifier, but not the proficiency.
Oh, all right. Just a dex check then. So
Uh,
let me ask this:
a
Could I
D20
take
plus
Mage Hand
Dex bonus.
Could I take Mage Hand and just take it over there and drop it?
Yeah. It doesn't mean that it'll drop on top of it. It doesn't mean it'll hit it, but yeah, you can move it over and drop it on, and it may hit the ground. It may hit it. It may not. Or you can throw it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it.
All right, so it's a D20 plus your Dex. Yeah, 21 to hit.
All right. I need to look up holy water right quick. So this does 2d6 radiant damage. So 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah, so we hear the sizzle as if it's almost like an acid on it. And even though some of it kind of splashes on Rock and Tristan, it's just regular water to you, but it has like burn hole and marks and almost like acid wounds all over it now, as it has taken this holy water attack.
Just as he releases it, he whispers Killian's name, as it was one of the last things his dead friend had done for him. That's my turn.
Cool. All right, so this guy is up. He doesn't have to dodge anymore, and he definitely would love to kill him a paladin. So I think he's going to swing at a paladin with his sword. Normal attack, nothing else about it. But he rolls a 12, so it just kind of is parried by our paladin with sparks from sword to sword as you knock it to the side. And what is your response, Tristan, as that happens?
I'll just...
Because it's your turn.
Block. Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot I
your
was
turn's
last.
right after.
All right, then. I will attack him.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, nice. 2 big hits. He's not dodging anymore, so both are good hits. As we see the long sword cut into it. For 22. Nicely done. It's looking like it's almost each of its bones have got cracks in it and holes from holy water, and several bones in the rib area are shattered and pieces of the armor are hanging off. It looks like it's on its near last legs. Anything else from Tristan as you bash it back 2 tremendous times?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Bran keeps hiding. Eingar, you're up. This thing looks like it's on its last leg. A good hit should put it down.
You'll pay for breaking my warhammer. Swing
All right.
away.
Warhammer swing.
Dude, are you serious?
-2 on the warhammer.
Battle axe follow up.
Battle axe. A miss. Eingar, it's probably because you're kind of you've squeezed your way in there. You're not getting enough room to really swing your big barrel chest, and you're just not having any luck getting this creature. We probably see this look of consternation on your face.
Hey Dan, how
Yeah.
did you make it so that his rolls consecutively come out so bad for multiple days?
Yeah.
Dude, it's
the
not
secret
games.
script.
It's the life of this character.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, that brings us to Rock. I mean, you see Eingar almost embarrassingly flail away at this thing, and it does not seem to do anything. What do you do?
Rock has a momentary bout of concern that you may be having some kind of seizure or something during this fight, but he'll just shake his head at you and then take a swing.
Yeah, swing away. With your flail. Yes. -1 to the flail at this point. So you hit the wall behind it, and Eingar just gives you this look of, see? And this skeleton's not even noticing. It's just got eyes trying to burn daggers into Tristan. And it's not even paying attention to you two. You're not a threat. Anything else for Rock?
No.
That should make you rage. That right there should be bonus action rage. I missed. All right, Dirk, you're up. You see some crazy. You're not sure what style of fighting this is. It seems odd to you, but it's your turn.
Yeah, Dirk will move up 5'10", and I will swing my dagger. 17.
17 strikes true as this thing is trying to fight the paladin. 6 piercing damage is good.
And 10 sneak attack damage.
Ooh. Describe once again how you kill steal this from everybody.
Yeah, so as this flail comes swinging around and the skeleton either dodges it and it hits the wall, I just jump forward and like do a parkour off the wall and then dagger straight into him, and he crumbles to a bunch of
all the bones separate, you just see the magic give way, the eyes go dark, and it's like all the bones are just on a pile, not connected anymore as it clatters to the ground. All right, and then there's silence as we are no longer in turn order.
I give you a nod of approval.
How beat up is the kobold? What are your hit points at?
Oh, I'm full. I'm at 38.
Yeah, what you
Unless I was
notice
hurt earlier.
Nope. You're not wounded, though some of your gear took some damage, and you can see some old dried up blood from must have been when he got captured originally, but you don't see any open wounds on him at the moment.
Okay. And he's not ill in any way?
Not as far as you can tell.
How about the human?
You don't see the human.
Oh, I'll go back out and look for him.
I'm gonna take.
If
a
he
look
ran away,
around
he
this
ran
room.
away.
Yeah, you don't, when you come back in the courtyard, you don't see him.
All right. Well, good luck to him then.
I'd like to take a look around this room, see what's in here.
Yeah, I am actively searching through every box and barrel as quickly as I can.
Yeah. So what you see are several barrels that are open barrels without lids on them, not like the map has, and several boxes and such. And what you can tell is there seems to be a lot of just random gear thrown in here. So you're seeing backpacks and bedrolls and shoes and weapons. There's like axes and swords and gear. And as you're looking around, Dirk, you find the barrel that has all your gear in it. Like, it just looks like it's just been stuffed in one of the barrels, but it's around some of the gear that you noticed from your previous party who you haven't seen in a few days. You see their gear in the barrel, but then you see some other gear you don't recognize, and it all looks like, swords and daggers and hammers and maces and axes, and it's like, it's probably enough gear for, 20, 30 people.
Is there a warhammer in here?
Sure.
That's not broken.
Yeah, maybe not as good a
Cursed.
quality as yours. Yeah, but there's probably another one in here. You want to switch out?
I'm gonna switch out.
All right, you got a
And
good new
I'm
one.
gonna say to Dirk, nice job, Dragon Kid.
And he's like way too busy like digging through like, no, this is no good. I need this. And like repocketing a bunch of stuff. And then I move on to the next crate and I'm digging around in that one for anything of value that I think I could use.
Yeah, it's clear that it's a bunch of adventuring gear. So there's even like rations are in here. There's
Probably got a mouthful
pots.
of a ration. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, pots and pans, cooking things. There's tents and stuff. It just looks like adventurers had been stripped and all their stuff had been put in here, basically. Now, what you don't find, as you kind of scurry around the whole thing, you don't find any money or any gold coins or any coinage of any sort. And you don't see any armor or anything like that in this room. But you already had yours. You still had your armor on. So.
Yeah, more of the money I was upset about.
I would like to take a few minutes, and I'm going to tell Eingar before he leaves. Give me a moment, 10 minutes, if you will, and I'd like to cast a ritual detect magic.
All right, so 10 minutes you begin to start a ritual. Now, what type of ritual does this look like? Is this like drawing on the ground and doing diagrams? Is this some type of blood magic? Is this something else? What kind of magic does this look like?
As he starts to slowly hum and intone the words, his talons flick together just kind of rhythmically as he's intoning these syllables, and then soon the spark of a firefly that's a greenish gold color comes into the air, and the longer the ritual goes on, there's a small swarm of them that just kind of fill the air, that he sees it, and then those fireflies will move to whatever is magical and coalesce on him. Anybody that sees him doing this will just see a slight twinkle in the air.
Cool. All right, so as we're hearing that that kind of a little bit of the noise you're making, we do see Bran comes back to the courtyard. It appears like he had been out hiding, and now he's kind of checking out the coast is clear. So you're probably the first one that sees him come back, Tristan and Rock, as he comes back around. He's kind of, you see him peek around the gate first, and he sees both of you first, and then he kind of slowly sneaks back in, and he seems like he tries to keep his back to the wall, or like he's very scared, fearful, mid-20s farmer. As we hear Alberic's continuing his ritual. So that's about 10 minutes of that. What's the rest of the group want to do while that's taking place?
I'm keeping an eye on the doors, listening.
Okay.
Same.
Albiorix asked me to stay in here with him while he did it, so I am hanging out in there, watching.
Cool.
I'm gonna peer around corners and see if there's any more of these skeletons running around, because I have never seen them before and I was very confused.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to the party and be like, you're very strong. I'll stay with you because I won't die that way. Dirk doesn't need to die. Dirk should live.
All right. So you guys kind of guard out. We've got Rock is just trying to listen. What is your... Let's see. What would it be? Probably proficiency in... Let's look. probably so you've got a +4 for perception. I'll roll for you.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll that one. All right. Yeah, so it's quiet. You hear the language that Albrix is using. You hear the creak of Tristan's harness every now and then as he shifts his feet from one position to another. You hear kind of Dirk talking a slight bit, but nothing else. So the 10 minutes goes by, and then as you're looking, there does not appear to be any magic within this room, including the circle no longer seems to attract your magic fireflies.
Good. That's what I was hoping for. So with that, he's gonna and spit on where the circle was, and come, Eingar, we have much to do.
All right.
That we certainly do.
So you guys are in the courtyard. It is quiet. The sun has risen a little bit further. We do see some dark clouds starting to kind of roll in. And the whole place gives everybody an ominous feel that kind of, if you have hair on your arms, it kind of stands up, or if you have hair in the back of your neck kind of thing. This place feels wrong in many ways, even though you don't see anything that would cause that. But you just have an uneasy feeling being here.
So, you are called Dirk.
Yes.
How is it you came to be here?
I arrived in Revonar 2 weeks ago. Yes, 2 weeks. I stayed at a lovely place, a very lovely place. And there's treasure out here, and Dirk loves treasure. My adventuring party was captured, and I was left here with the farmer. The farmer is useless. Farmer could not get us out of here. If Dirk had his lockpicks, he could have gotten us out of here.
Dirk does have his lockpicks now.
What was that?
I
Sorry?
remember you, Dirk, from the inn.
Yes,
Good to see
Dirk
you
is at
again,
the
Hale
inn
and Hoyle.
sometimes. He's very handsome. You probably would remember him.
This is a place of great evil that has captured many souls, and it holds the treasure of untold adventurers.
And if Dirk could have dollar signs for eyes right then, he would. Like, what treasure?
And Albirix has a measured speech, but he's kind of awkward. Like he's just like kind of direct, but it's just weird. So we have unfinished business. Would you accompany us?
Oh, yes. If there's treasure involved, but beware the beastmen. I'm not sure how many there are, but Dirk has seen many beastmen around.
Oh, we will find them. I am Albirix, and this is Eingar, as he sweeps his arm out. The man behind me is Tristan, a noble knight, and the one in the corner is Rock. We have been here many times. I've lost friends here.
I lost my adventuring party, but I knew them very little. Just like I know you very little. But don't die. Don't let Dirk die.
Is he wearing a red tunic by chance?
Dirk? No. Well, I'd imagined it as he's got like leather armor. And so like I was thinking it was brown, but no.
That was just my Star Trek reference to make sure you weren't the red shirt. So, Albirix is oddly focused. So then, do you creep? Do you sneak? Is that what you do?
Oh yes, very good. But the undead, they know, they sense your presence. It's not good. But Dirk is sneaky, yes.
Would you go then ahead and take a look?
Which direction do you point? That way? Ooh. Whoa. Sorry, getting used to roll 20 again.
And dynamic lighting.
It's
Let's
been a
move it.
while.
I'll let our audience see you guys move around.
Yeah, Dirk will peer in, see what he can see. Be sneaky if he needs to be sneaky.
Yeah, if you're going to start moving quietly, then go ahead and roll a stealth check.
As he gets ready to leave, there's a brush of a.
Oh, that shouldn't have been
rolled a
advantage, sorry.
26.
That's good. First one's good. Tristan, as you begin to move, the farmer kind of reaches out and puts his hand on your forearm, and he's like, "Well, I can't go in there. What should I do?"
How far away from the town are we? The closest town?
At least 2 days.
All right. I gave him 4 days of iron rations and point him in a general direction and wish him well.
All right, so he has like 4 rations in his hand, and he just kind of stares at you like shocked and doesn't even say anything as you move over to meet the group.
There's not a lot I can do. I can either do that or he can come with us.
Your paladin's a dick.
Maybe a little bit focused.
So yeah, he kind of just he hangs out here in this corner with his rations as you guys move forward. Okay. So Dirk, you begin to move quietly into this place you've only seen people dragged into but never come back out of. You see,
I whisper back, not a good place.
Yeah.
They don't return from this place.
You see scuff marks on the dusty floor. You see 2 doors. As you go through, you kind of go through some smashed through. The first 2 doors are smashed apart. These ones lay on the ground here. You can see a smashed altar up ahead of you. The area looks pretty well traveled as far as prints on the ground. In fact, so well traveled that you wouldn't really be able to distinguish one print from another. And there is a door above you and a door below you that also in that hallway. And it looks like there's a hallway that branches off.
All right, I'll take another step forward to kind of peer into these hallways.
Sure.
And then I'll put up my hand and kind of like beckon for them to like walk forward, but quietly.
All right, if you follow quietly, then let's see some stealth rolls.
I am going to reach out and touch Tristan and cast guidance.
Oh, nice rock.
Oh, well.
Oh, wait. I don't have guidance. I can't do that.
That's okay. It wouldn't have helped.
And Dirk turns back and he just has like,
Oh, yeah.
like this look of like, I said quiet.
Yeah.
Dirk said quiet.
Yeah, so over half of you rolled terribly. So as they do that, you hear like they're stepping over the door that you kind of went over. And as it does, it rocks and it hits the floor and makes a thunk as one goes over. The next guy, not even paying attention, does the same thing. The door thunks the floor again. And even one third person thunks the door again as they all now stand in the hallway.
Rock is going to give Dirk a shake of his head. Apologetic.
Can I step into the altar room like here?
Yeah.
And hide?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yep. And it's all dim light in here. There's no light in here. So if you don't have night vision, keep that in mind. So go ahead and make a hide check. So it should be a hide roll.
I took after you guys.
I'm just gonna whisper. I think we should search quick and then head down.
Oh, we already did stealth,
is
so
the
you're
way.
fine. You're using your same stealth.
He's gonna motion this way.
What about other rooms?
If you do you think we should?
I think quickly.
Eingar's gonna run down here to the south real quick and just look in the rooms.
Yeah, I'll listen at that door.
All right. So yeah, you're listening at the door. You don't really hear anything. Eingar, you see what you see.
I see nothing.
Is there anything of value on this altar?
No, it looks like it's been desecrated, whatever it used to be. Just kind of smashed apart and broken. You wouldn't even be able to tell what it was an altar to.
Okay.
And everything in here looks really old, like hundreds of years old.
I'll try the door as soon as I can.
Yeah. Let me move it out of the way. There you go.
Okay, just a cursory glance to make sure there's nothing in there that we're missing.
Yeah, you don't really see anything.
I'm just gonna stand still and listen, because I'm pretty sure I know we want to go up the north passage here.
Okay, if it's all clear and there's no gear or any other crates anywhere, Rock will motion for Dirk again.
He moves.
And I'll just, if you go ahead forward, Rock says, I'll stay behind you, close.
Okay. You want me to
Ish.
go north?
Yes.
All right. Do I need to make more sneak checks, Mr. Lucian?
Nope, you're using your same one. You move quietly down the hallway. What is your passive perception?
13.
All right, so as you get to both of these doors here, you think you hear some shuffling behind each one of them. Like maybe shuffling of feet or maybe a grunt here or there.
All right. I creep back and whisper, something behind those doors. Alive, dead, moving, yes.
So Lucian, question for you.
Yes.
The divine sense thing. Now, would that be blocked by one of these walls? Are they thick enough, or would it work on us?
You can try. You would have to try to know. These walls do look pretty thick stone on the inside. This place was pretty well built.
Okay.
So you're not too sure.
Well, then I will do what I put in chat then.
All right. So let's see here. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of Celestial Fiend Undead within 60 feet of you, not behind total cover. Okay. So you are not... Now, I will give you that there is definitely an odor that makes your nose rankle with the smell of this place. Evil is here, and it kind of permeates this place at the moment. You can tell this is a place evil has called its home now, and it just seeps into the walls and the wood and the floor and the ceilings and the rafters. But you don't sense any celestial fiend or undead as your senses reach out. If they're here, they're beyond the range of your senses.
Okay.
All right. So we're in the hallway whispering to each other.
Rock will move up to the...
So, Rock, what's your passive perception?
14.
14. All right, so you're listening at the doors, and you don't really hear anything on that one, but you definitely think you hear something from this door.
Yeah, I'll motion for Tristan to maybe trade places with Dirk.
Okay.
And then I will open that door with the assumption that Tristan can either step through or help me.
All right. So, yeah, you grab the handle, and it turns, and then you kind of... It's a door that pushes inward. And let me move it for you. There, so it kind of pushes inward like that. And then what you see is kind of an empty room at the moment.
All right, I'll step in.
And you think you hear sounds from this way. And this is another door here.
All right, I'll follow Rock.
If you pinged, I couldn't see it in the dark.
From that way. Oh, I'm on the layer. Let me go to token layer, then you'll see it.
Okay. And that's a door at the top corner?
Yeah, right here's a door too.
All right, he'll go up. And when Tristan gets up, he'll open that door.
All right, well, as you look in here, you see several other, and like a terrible foul smell hits your nose, and you see several other what looks to be farmers and villagers in the room here. And they kind of, when they see you, they just run right to the back and plaster themselves up against the back wall.
Brock knows enough that he's not the most pleasant person to look at, so he'll kind of step aside and let Tristan walk.
Yeah, Tristan, so you can see several villagers dressed, farmer villager people that are in here, and it seems like they've been in here a long time. They look emaciated. They look like they haven't had food, maybe barely some water here or there.
Okay.
Pretty rough shape.
Are they chained? Or are they on?
No, they seem to have been just left in this room, and they are completely afraid, even as you kind of stride in. They see you, but they are definitely still quite afraid.
Okay. Then I'll try to do some type of soothing speech, I guess. Something along the lines of, "Don't fear, the Torm is here to help you, and we are here to set you free, and you can go back to your homes," and yada yada.
Okay. So go ahead and let's see how well you do. Let's do a persuasion check. Yeah, so you're like fully helmed and full armor. You've got there's some blood and gore on you from the previous couple of fights still at this point. And though they're listening to your words, like none of them are approaching you and trying to move past you. They're like all trying to keep 10 feet away from you as much as they can. But they seem to, they're just waiting, and then kind of as nothing's happening, they're remaining afraid. But it seems like they're not recognizing you as about to kill them. Like they're figuring if you were going to kill him, you would already have done it at this point. So they're just kind of waiting to see what happens.
How many are there?
You see 4 villagers in this room.
All right. Can I use 4 individual 1-point lay on hands just to show them that we're here to help?
Sure, yeah. And as you go up to the first one, they kind of cringe away, and then you do lay on hands. And go ahead and describe what that looks like when you do it. The magic.
It should be a nice, warm, soft glow, and should feel revitalizing to them.
All right, yeah.
Not a lot, because it's only 1 hit point, but they're only commoners, right? So they don't have a ton of hit points.
Yeah, so they definitely
they get 1.
They flinch at first, but then they feel the magic and they feel a lot better. And though they still are afraid because of the place they're in, they do seem to now be responsive to you and listening to you. And I'll just put them all here in the same area.
Okay. Since we're going to be here a minute, why don't I walk them back out to the other villager in the main room?
Okay.
And then when we get back to the other villager, I want to show him where we did our dugout when we hid the night before. Like, point it out and say, "Go over there and hide in the hole."
Okay.
So him and the 4 villagers can hopefully go over there.
Awesome. All right, so yeah, we'll bring them back to the courtyard then. We'll put them in the courtyard. What's the
just totally
rest
gave
of the
them a
group?
pamphlet for Torm. Nice job recruiting.
What's the rest of the group doing while Tristan is kind of escorting some villagers?
Since I have moved up to this door, I'm gonna listen to it. Listen at it.
The second one?
Yeah, the one just north of me.
That's
I
that's
didn't know that
the
other
stairwell,
people had
right?
already listened to it. What's that?
That's the door that leads to the stairwell, correctly? Or
Yes.
correct? Yeah. All right.
All right. I'm just getting a few messages off here real quick. There we go. What's your passive perception?
14.
Okay. You think you hear a shuffling, but it's very quiet. Like you almost miss it, and you almost question yourself if you even heard anything.
I'll whisper to Rock that I heard some shuffling. Hey, Rock, I heard some shuffling behind here. I'll move to let you up to the door.
We'll do the same thing. Rock will open that door, get ready to charge in.
And I'll follow Rock.
Open the door.
I'm in the rear with the gear.
All right. And so just before I go ahead and open that door, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take a 10-minute break real quick. So it's 10:04 on my clock. We're going to come back at, let's move the cameras back over here. We're going to come back at 10:14 or whatever the 14 mark on your clock would be. And then we'll go ahead and continue and see what happens when they enter the next room here. So stay tuned. Don't go too far. We got plenty of more Dungeons and Dragons. So be right back. All right, we're waiting for Sasha to get back, but he's probably tucking his girls in for the night. I'm sure he'll be back in just a moment. But we're going to go ahead and continue on with some Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get back over to the battle map as we open up a door and continue exploring the monastery. So let's transition there. There we go. All right, so let's get this door out of the way. There we go. And yeah, as you make one footstep in, you see charging towards you, Rock, a big burly beast man with a big bovine head, and one has a goat head. Two big gnarly looking axes as these things come running at you. But we'll go ahead and we will do initiative. So everybody can go ahead and click on their token and then go ahead and click initiative.
Ooh, Lucian with the 20.
Yeah. Nice. Let me find our druid here. Let me grab his character sheet real quick. Did he say he was coming back? All right, where was he? Oh, he didn't say anything. All right. I will grab his character sheet. Character sheet. I've selected his token. Yep. Initiative. Oh, there you go. Give him a good one.
Speak of the devil.
There he is. All right.
Sorry,
Or
guys.
at least, yeah.
Descending. All right, so no surprise rounds. You guys knew there was sounds there. They heard you in the other room, prepped for you. So neither one of you were surprising the other. Everything's happening quickly as basically what's triggering the round to start is the door opens. Rock is stepping into that 5-foot square, and our turn order kind of takes over from there. So our first creature up. Let's move our turn order over here out of the way. All right, so we see a beast-like man dash forward 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he has plenty of room to kind of loop in and then do the dash attack. The charge attack that these beastmen are known for, and you guys have seen them do many times.
Can I do my defense thing?
Yeah, because it's a reaction. Yep. So it's going reckless. You're trying to interfere with it, correct?
Correct.
Are you right behind him? Yeah, you are right behind him. So yep, I'll allow that. So it just goes back to a normal. It's a charge, so let's see, what does it got to do here? It just has to hit with the gore. Okay, so let's see if it even hits here. So here's a gore attack towards Rock. But a 9 will miss, so even though it charges across the room, lowers its head, it horns, smashes into... Rock, you don't have a shield, do you?
No.
You put out the haft of your weapon and you catch... the horns itself, and you're just holding it back as it's not able to puncture your skin. So that's its attack, that's its movement, so it is done. So that brings us to Albrix in the hallway. What would you like to do?
So I hear a terrible commotion, but I can't see anything.
Yeah, you hear rocks fighting, but you're not seeing anything. It's definitely in the room.
I'm going to wait until they start to push in. So can I hold my action until everybody starts to move?
What's the trigger and what's the action you're holding? Like, you can't hold your turn, but you can say I hold an attack or I hold a spell.
I'd like to hold my movement until the last of our companions has moved.
All right, I'll allow
So
that.
I guess that would be
Yep, I'll That is acceptable. That brings us to Rock. You were up.
All right, that beastman startles Rock, and he flies into a rage.
Oh, we see the rage. Cold rage, hot rage. What kind of rage?
His eyes actually glow a little whitish blue and a half.
Nice.
From
All
that
right.
bear totem.
So that's a bonus action.
He's going to attack. Reckless.
All right. So you get advantage on your attack. Uh, 19 hits. Ooh, nice.
And then he's going to take a 5-foot step.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan, how come you only do one attack?
Because you're a level above me, Tom.
Oh, you're not 5th? How did I get ahead of you?
Because Dan likes you a lot more than he likes me, and this is my second character.
Oh, that's fair.
If he had his paladin, I'd have let it, but this is his barbarian, so.
Ah, gotcha.
All right, that brings us to Dirk. The hallway seems a little clogged, but you can maneuver and scamper around if you wish. There's definitely a fight going on in the other room.
Yeah. Dirk is. I can vaguely see one beastman, right? And I don't like these beastmen. They tied me up.
Yeah.
So can I diagonally get in here, or do I need to move?
You still can move through a player square. You just can't end up in it. So you can still use the 5 foot to go through Tristan's square, and then 5 up. You can't necessarily just do the diagonal. You have to go through the doorway.
Right.
So you'd be at
5,
5, 10. There you go.
That's what I was asking. Okay.
Yeah.
And I will attack with my short sword now that I have my gear with me.
Awesome. You get advantage on the roll because it went reckless. And yeah, 20 hits for 9 piercing damage. Nice.
And sneak attack is 10, so 19 damage.
Oof.
And these beastmen, are they wearing armor and stuff? Do they have?
They
No, are they
aren't,
just
but you can
weird
tell their skin is toughened and allows them some resistance to damage, you think. Or at least makes their out of game armor class higher than normal. But you notice that it's a tough hide that you're having to dig and stab through. And you have your normal weapons and stuff now. Oh yeah, you got your short sword and that stuff. Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna move here with the rest of my movement, and then I'll use my bonus action to take what can I do? Oh, I can only take dash, disengage, or hide. I thought I could take dodge as well. I guess I'll use my bonus action to swing at him with a dagger.
Yeah,
'Cause
offhand.
I've got a new offhand dagger that I really like. It's really pretty.
So offhand with no bonuses for
So
damage.
just
but yeah.
1d4, right?
Well, swing to hit. Oh yeah, 19 hits. So yeah, then just the
So then 3 damage.
3. Perfect. All right, so
I haven't played
Dirk.
many rogues, so I apologize.
Dirk is done. Eingar, you were up.
Eingar's going to move into the room. And I think I can move to there.
Sure.
And hit him with the battle axe first.
Yeah, 18 because you have advantage hits. Ooh,
For 11.
good God.
And he's damaged also already, right?
He is.
So I can use Colossus Slayer.
Bleeding profusely. You guys are just whooping these guys. 8 more points. Oh, he is almost dead. You almost put him down.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to hit him with the Warhammer.
All right.
Use it.
The new one or the old one?
The new.
The new one, okay.
Is that a real number?
Yeah. Yeah.
3 in a row. This is epic.
I am done.
Wow.
I am done with hammers.
My character makes a mental note to check and see about uncursing Eingar
Yeah.
when we take a rest.
Yeah, he has been cursed for sure. Nice. All right, so in shame, anything else, Eingar?
Nothing else.
Just a head shake?
Hanging my head.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so we have a beast man gets to move. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's going to try to gore into our little kobold here. No, as he comes charging through to try to smash into you. You probably got a good AC though, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Here comes a gore attack. Reckless. He's going to get advantage. Because he goes reckless at the beginning of his turn and just... His eyes don't even see you. He's just like running straight forward and hoping he's hitting something. He rolls a 12.
12 will miss.
So he hits the door frame right next to you, and you see the whole thing just shake. And it hits so hard that you're like, oh my God, I'm glad that did not hit me. Like you can feel the power behind it, that it stops before it hits you.
I squeal. Ah!
Nice. All right, that's his turn. Down at the bottom of the order again, our paladin has been slow so far tonight. Tristan, you are up.
All right. Oh, come forward and attempt to slay the beast.
Yeah, he looks super wounded. 14 hits. Just the first blow actually puts him down.
Sweet.
So the second one, you can hold on to that. So go ahead, describe what your longsword does to this beast man.
Yep. I'll just come in and take a swipe at his neck as I come into the room and put him down.
Awesome. Yeah, so he just crumples to the ground. Anything else for Tristan?
Well, that was only 5 movement, right? So
Yeah.
I go to here.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't assume I can use the second attack, or is that an option?
You can strike, move, and strike, so you can swing again. I'm gonna make you swing again, just so you. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
17 hits, so 10 slashing damage. -10. Nicely done. All right, so yeah, we just see you kind of down the one, and you jostle your way past your companions, and then you stick your sword into this other one who's pulling his horns out of the door jamb as you stick your sword into him and give him a wound. Anything else for Tristan?
Nope.
All right, so the trigger for Albrix happens. Everybody has moved. You can use your movement.
All right. He's going to move in so we can see what's going on.
Awesome. And give me 1 second here.
I remember this hallway.
What is your passive perception, Mr. Alberix?
18.
Ooh, okay. Okay, let me roll something. Hold on. Hold on, sir. That's a nice one.
If that doggone thing shows up now, I'm going to be hot.
Let's see. Still.
Logan, do you think you would do that?
Oh, okay. You hear the pitter-patter of feet behind you.
Oh, I knew it!
Let's go to the token layer. Yeah, and you hear just the slightest of scraping. It's very quiet, and it was about to sneak up on you. And you turn, and you see the form behind. And as your eyes lock with it, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a mind control? I have mental fortitude. So I get advantage on saving throws against charmed and frightened conditions.
Yeah, let's see what this would count as. Let me look. So the first roll was a 12, which... So it does matter because 12 would make it. So yeah, it's a... So let's find out. Would you have? So if it happens... That's a good question. It doesn't say you get frightened. I don't think you're charmed, but command is very similar to that. Yeah, command doesn't say if you don't get the charm effect and you don't get the fear effect. You're just, it's giving you a suggestion and you're following it.
Isn't that a charm though?
Charm is an actual condition you're given. Let me look it up. Let's check though.
I mean, it all sounds like an enchantment of some sort.
Yeah, but it's right, but it's still his thing specific to the condition that's given. I'm gonna look it up though. So is command being charmed? I'll look up, is the command spell a charm? Let's see what we get.
My quick lookup says no command isn't a charm and wouldn't trigger Fey Ancestry, which is similar to what your Gith has.
That's what I was thinking, because I feel like I looked it up before, because when I tried this against an elf, I was worried
Spells
if it was going to work.
Aren't classified.
Yeah.
Like, dominate person. Wait. Fey Ancestry would only come into effect when a spell specifically mentions that a target is being charmed, thus imposing the charmed condition. An example of such a spell would be Dominate Person.
Yeah.
You beguile a humanoid within range. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed. Whereas Command doesn't mention anything about the target being charmed. So.
Yeah. So, Alberix... Then let's go back to that a second. You hear the command, which is just like from the one here. Flee, which means on your turn, you must use your fastest available means to run away. Okay. And I'm going to put him at the bottom of the turn order here. I'll leave him at 0. So that happens.
This guy.
All right. And then we get back to the top of the round. Oh, that guy died, so he don't get to go. Alberix, it is your turn. You've been commanded to flee using whatever means to flee as far as possible as you can.
All right. I'm going to run away from him.
So you'll probably want to use your dash, or even if you have some spell or ability that will let you run faster, that would be following the command. And let me see, I think you get a saving throw probably at the end of the turn.
It only lasts one turn. Command's not a multi-turn.
Duration, yeah, 1 round. So yeah, 1 round.
So I'm just going to run away from him over here. into the awaiting arms of the beast man.
Nice. All right.
Albirix's yellow eyes are wide with worry as he turns and is startled by the presence of the Cambion, and then just slips between Rock and Eingar and runs to the corner, oblivious of the giant beastmen.
All right, so he's gonna take a attack of opportunity at you. Just a normal with his big. Well, it has a spear here, but it's kind of a sword. Same thing. Does a 10 hit? Doesn't. I don't think it does.
Does not. So as he turns, his shield whips around and he just catches the back edge of it as he's trying to get away from him.
Nice. All right. Rock, you're up.
What do I know?
You would have heard him say the command word. You would recognize the voice, and you would see Alberix just kind of pell-mell his way into the room, looking pretty off-put, probably.
All right, I will turn and make for the door until I see it, and I will attack it.
Cool. What am I missing here? So go ahead and swing away.
If I can get my sheet open.
Way to slow down the game. Jeez.
He will also attack recklessly on him.
Okay, so you'll get advantage.
Ooh, good job.
Crit. Very nice.
And I am also raging, so that's gonna be another +2. I think that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
So we're seeing 38 total. You realize right away, though, it does not sink as deeply or as hard as you think it should.
And that just infuriates him even more, and he will take his second great weapon.
Oh, you bracketed it.
How did that happen? There we go. 16.
Wait,
Miss.
you're reckless, dude.
What's the 4?
He's attacking recklessly, so he gets 2 attacks. Or it's not right. It's with advantage.
Okay. So 4 and a 16?
4 and a 16.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it clangs off his greatsword that he has in his hand, and does not sink into him. Anything else from Rock?
No. No, he's gonna stay there.
All right. So as that happens, we hear kind of this deathly laugh, and he yells, "Alberix, you are not escaped today." And he just chuckles from in the hallway. Dirk,
Hallway chuckling.
you hear more commotion now behind you and in front of you. It seems like there's battle on all sides.
I think I'm freaked out from this beastman, so I'm going to turn and stab the beastman with my short sword.
Okay.
12?
Miss.
No. I will follow it up with a dagger attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
23?
Yes. Yep.
For 1 piercing damage plus sneak attack. So 11 piercing damage. That's a good dagger. And I'm like, this is a good dagger.
Yeah, it
I
kind of
should
gives you a
trade
roar, and it like stomps its foot like it's going to try to step on you. All right, anything more for Dirk?
Yeah, I'll take a... Yeah, I'll move and take an opportunity attack.
Oh, okay. He'll take it if you give it to him. He certainly will try. He's not done much else.
Can I do my reaction to block it?
Have you not used it yet?
Not this round.
Okay, yeah, so it'll be disadvantage, but he's at reckless. So it's just a normal. And it's a great axe. So let's do a normal great axe. 17?
Yep, that'll hit.
All right, so 16 slashing damage as this axe comes down and hits you across the
But
back
I'll use
shoulders.
my
Yeah, go ahead.
reaction for uncanny dodge to have that damage.
Yeah, cool. 8 slashing damage. Nice. All right, anything more for Dirk?
Nope. Dirk is good.
Eingar,
Poor
you
30
hear
hit
battle to the front, battle to the back. You hear a voice that you recognize as definitely trouble. What do you do? Where do you go?
I am going to step up where Dirk vacated and try to help take out this beast man so that all of us can go after Scar. So I'll step up and swing away with the Warhammer. Or
All right.
with the battle axe, I mean.
Battle axe. Yeah, you have a crit hit. Nicely done.
So
Are you sure that's right?
15.
So minus
Plus, Colossal
12,
Slayer.
13. And then, yeah, Colossal Slayer. And then, because it's rolling dice, I think you get one more die for Colossal Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
8, 9, so 10 more.
And bonus action with the Warhammer.
Okay.
Hey!
Hey, it hits.
It hit.
With some -1 damage, but sure. 10 bludgeoning
minus-
down to 9.
No, the -1 is already built in.
Oh, okay, cool. You put it in.
Yep.
Nice. 10.
And that's
Alright.
it for me.
So it's bloodied, it's bleeding, it's been hit several times, it's still standing thus far. It looks very angry, but it's not been able to hit anybody. But he's gonna try to swing his axe once again. They're just not hitting anybody tonight. So let's advantage it out. Great axe against our dwarf here. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
22 slashing damage into our dwarven ranger.
Woo-wee.
Blood splatters the wall and the ground. Dwarven blood. That is its turn. Mr. Scar.
I'm still up.
Mr.
Hey,
Orc.
Lucian?
Yeah.
If he has a 0, why does he go ahead of me?
Oh, yep. It looks like I had him in the wrong spot. Let's put him there. So Tristan's up.
All right.
Good
and
catch.
the Beastman's still on Reckless, right?
Yes.
All right. So I will attack him twice.
Well, go one at a time, just in
Yep.
case. 17 hits. So 9 slash. Nope. Okay, so he's still there. Barely is he still alive. And then, yes, the second one you can describe how he goes down.
I think with the Beastmen, whenever possible, slitting their throats and dropping them like the cattle they are is probably the best way to go.
All right, cool. And it drops to the floor. Blood kind of pools out of it. We hear the axe clatter to the floor. Anything else for
Excellent.
Tristan?
Yep, I'm going to move back over here. And then that's all I can do.
How high are
Alright.
the ceilings in here, Lucian?
The rooms that you're in this area would only be about 10 feet. All right. So Scar. Yeah, I think he's just going to start spearing our buddy here because it just seems like a good idea. So let's go advantage spear against our orc.
Yep, I'm gonna do the interception on that. It's oh no, it's the same room. Round. Never mind, I can't.
Oh, yeah, because you used your reaction for the other one, right? Yeah.
Right.
18 orc.
Hits.
So 10 piercing, halved because you're raging, but 6 fire damage. That's full damage, unless you're a certain type of barbarian.
I am that certain type of barbarian.
Oh, so you get to have the fire too? Nice. Okay, so 16 for that one, and then he swings again. And rolls an 18 again for 12 points of damage, halved once again. As he starts to try to whittle this barbarian down, but barbarian tough. From around the corner, you hear the snarling of and growling, and then you hear the clicking and clattering of long nails on cobblestone as this form comes around the corner, and you recognize it again as something you've seen before too. As you now have a hellhound on your tail. All right, so it comes around and oh yeah, he's gonna go with a bite at advantage because has pack tactics, but you also have reckless, but only gets one advantage with that. So we see this thing try to bite into our orc as he's fending off the spear attacks of Scar. 17.
Hit.
So that's for 4 piercing and 12 fire as you feel the heat burn against your skin on your back. And that is 16 points total damage, halved due to rage. I love barbarians so much. And then, yeah, this one's going to come into here. All right. That is their turn. Alberix, the command wears off from your mind. The fear that's in your body, but also the hatred, fear, anger, all those emotions are hitting you as you're in this corner. And there is a tremendous battle of hellfire happening in the hallway. What do you do?
All right. The first thing he does is his eyes close for a second, and he grasps at the air and twists, and then pulls as though he's pulling something into existence, and summons the unicorn spirit. That's my bonus action. I'm going to put that right there, and then I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, let me grab...
And when he does this, a silvery outline of a horse, of course, with a horn, appears and then rears for a moment, and then that shimmering aura just expands out in 30 feet in either direction.
So it's a 60-foot? No, it's a 30-foot radius, right?
Right.
30-foot radius. I think that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he's going to step forward with his eyes right on Scar and come if you wish, but you will fail. And I am going to cast Cure Wounds.
Cool.
on Scar.
Isn't that the bad guy?
Oh shit. My bad. How about on Rock?
Scar, I'll take it.
So he'll get 10 back. Plus 5 for everybody inside of the aura. So Rock gets 15, and then everyone else gets 5 hit points back that's wounded.
Yep.
As the unicorn farts a rainbow, and everybody feels much better.
Nice. All right. Anything else for Alberix?
That's his turn.
Rock is up. You are rocking a hard place.
Oh, wait. Can I move back? I'm sorry. I still have movement. I didn't think about that.
Sure.
I'm going to attack the hellhound behind me.
Reckless or not?
No. Can I keep my thing open? $18?
Yes, 18 hits. Oh, nice.
And then I'm going to move. And I know I will suffer attack.
All right, yeah, so a bite at advantage for pack tactics. Yeah, within 5 feet, so that's an advantage. Okay. So 19 hit, and that'll be 14 points overall, 9 piercing, 5 fire damage, the heat from the mouth. And the Cambion, with a spear attack, his is
That one-
normal.
For that one, Lucian,
Yeah.
since it's next round, I want to try to intercept that.
Okay, so he'll do a disadvantage on that one then. And you didn't do reckless, so it's so disadvantage spear. Rolls 16.
16 still hits.
All right, 12 points, 11 piercing and 1 fire damage.
Okay.
All right, Dirk, you were up. Something's in the hallway. You're not sure what's going on. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. Dirk is going to take a step back, and then he's going to pull out his short bow, and I would like to hold my action to fire at whatever evil creature comes in front of our paladin. I would like to fire my bow at that creature once they come into my vision.
Perfect. Sounds good. Eingar, you were up.
Seeing the blood flowing from Rock, I am going to put a hand on
That
his
and third
back
degree burns.
and third degree, do a cure wounds on him.
Okay. Yeah, something has burned him as he comes running back into the room smoldering. And he gains 5 hit points back.
Don't forget the unicorn thing.
It's only when I cast it, sadly.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Thank you.
And I am going to shift back here. And I would like to... Do I have enough time to swap out my weapons for my crossbow?
If you drop one, you can then... Or you'd have to drop what's in your hands and then pull your crossbow out, putting a bolt in it. But you wouldn't be able to put the weapons away. So you can drop them in the square you were in, or...
No, I'm gonna put them away.
All right, so you'd
And I'll
use...
pull out the crossbow next time.
Okay. Yeah, so you can put one away now, and then on your next turn, you still have one in your hand. You'll be able to decide what you want to do at that point.
Okay.
Okay. Beastman died. We can take him out of the turn order. Get him out of here. Tristan, you're in the doorway. What would you like to do? Now, what you see, because you're actually in the doorway and can see, is you see a hulking, large... You're not sure if it's a dog, a wolf, a canine, but it seems to breathe just like radiant heat comes out of it, and you recognize this as being something from hell.
Okay. Did he look beat up at all, or?
Oh yeah. He's some of the burning blood is gushing out of it from what looks like a shot that Rock must have hit it with. Yeah.
Is there any possibility of getting beyond it to attack it from the other side, or is it just no way to get around it?
You're not sure unless you step down into that hallway.
And I probably can't attack him from here.
No, he's gonna be able to attack you diagonal. You could attack him diagonal if you want.
Okay. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna do Shield of Faith to get up to 19. That's a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my attacks with Smite at 2nd level.
Sweet.
Nail.
You don't have to say your smite until you hit.
I know. I just wanted to make sure he knew that was my intention. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't go off.
Cool.
Crit him. Pretty close.
So it's not just regular, no advantages, right? So it's just first roll. So, but
Right.
23 is good.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's. I gotta turn that off. Hold on. Sorry. So yeah, it'd be a 23 and a 21.
Correct.
And then I'm trying to remember. Smites are D8s or D6.
They're D8s.
Right. So I got
You're not
4D
telling me.
to add to that. And let's see. D8s.
Actually, you have 68 because he's a fiend.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. How the heck do I... I'm kind of ignorant of how this works. In the advanced roll, if I tell it to do 5 and then D8, will that do what I want it to do for the remaining rolls?
Yeah.
So it'd be 21, 35, 42 total.
All right.
With
And that was into the
radiant
hound,
damage.
or that was the other guy?
No, the demon.
Oh, okay.
And radiant damage on top of that
Yeah.
for the smites.
Cool. All right. That's yeah. So it's only. Let me figure that out. Do some math in my head here. So first is
The old head math.
so it's only gonna be.
Let me zoom in with my camera to watch this happen.
Minus.
So, Jordan,
All right,
just so you
cool.
know, this is a Cambion that's been hunting me for some time.
No,
This is,
no.
All right. Anything else for Tristan?
Yeah, I feel like I should move back just to draw him into the doorway. So if I go here, he can't attack anybody, right?
Until he moves, yeah. At the moment,
Right.
you so two
But if-
attacks of opportunity, right?
Setting him up for a good fireball.
Yeah, I'll just wait there then. I'll just stay here.
So, here's a spear shot at you.
I'm not gonna move.
Oh, you're not moving. Gotcha.
Nope. I was just trying to see what the thing was. It's not probably worth it. He'll come around or he won't.
All right, cool. All right, so you're gonna stay there. So it moves on to their turn. All right, so we have a Hellhound to move up.
My reaction should go off, and I should get a
Yeah.
bow attack against him.
You certainly do get a bow attack.
And I have advantage because somebody's within 5 feet of him. So
Cool.
18.
18 hits.
So 15 plus 9 is 24 piercing damage.
Cool. Minus.
Arrow.
Thank God for kobold rogues.
Very nice. All right.
And Dirk's like, these are great. I should change my name to Arrow.
All right. So Tristan, Eingar, and Dirk, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as a burst of flame shoots into the room in a big, wide cone and just barrels past and through and over Tristan. You're looking for a DC 12.
When do paladins start adding their charisma into their saves?
Good question.
Next level.
So Eingar gets half. There's Dirk's. Dirk's is a
17.
17. Yep, so you get half. Tom takes full. All right, so it's a 21 points of fire damage bursts out. So Tristan takes 21 fire. The other two take just 10 fire damage.
Can I
As we
use
round
Uncanny
down.
Dodge? An attacker you see hits. Oh, it didn't hit me with an attack. So I can't Uncanny Dodge that. Okay.
All right.
So minus 10.
And then that hound moves out of the way. Tristan, if you want to use your reaction or you haven't already used it, which I can't remember if you did or not, you get an attack of opportunity if you want to use your reaction.
I don't recall. I kind of lost track.
Up to you. I'll trust you.
I'll hold off and see if Scar attacks.
All right.
Do I get one around the door there?
No, it's not able to attack you, so I'm not having it attack. You two can't. The person in the doorway could. The other hound also moves up. And can I have Tom and Eingar and Dirk roll a dexterity save, please? 14.
Ooh.
This one's higher than the previous one. That sucks.
Actually, it's a 12. I said that wrong. Not 14. 12. So half damage for everybody. So again, 21 points of damage, bursts in fire, flame as this thing just roars with a fire breath. And those of you that saved only get 10 points of fire damage.
And Eingar falls down.
Oh, Eingar, a smoldering smoke of a dwarf falls to the ground. And then dog moves. Scar. Scar's going after you. He's going to try it. He's going to try to take on Tristan here. So what would he use? What would be better for him? Nah, it's still that attack, I think. So spear attack, normal attacks. There's nothing here that helps him but do that. So spear, and he's very wounded. He's looking like he's going for broke, and his eyes blaze as he looks at and he yells to Albrix the coward. He says, "Coward," as he stares at you in your eyes. "Keep your friends between me and you." And then he spears, or he tries to spear. He attempts to spear Tristan. First one, normal attack. Ooh, 21 hits for 6 piercing and 5 fire damage.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Oh, and so we see the spear stab into Tristan, and as he goes to the ground, he's still looking at Alberix with never even taken his eyes off Alberix, and he twists the spear as he pulls it out. And he's going to move in... he could move to here. And he sees the carnage, and he says, I see all your friends, Alberix, hiding in the corner unscathed. And he tries to spear the kobold in the back corner. But let's see if he can do it. It's just an attempt. And... Oh, 12.
Oh my
14 fire damage. 12 piercing, 2 fire as a burning spear stabs into the kobold. But he's still up.
Wow.
The kobold.
Dirk, no.
So those are their moves. That's his moves. So he moved out of the way. They still have movement, technically. So why not? 5, 10, 15 into the room. And comes into the room and is kind of straddling over the top of the paladin as the 2 hellhounds come into the room. That is their turn. They just used the end of their movement is all they did. Alberix, top of the round, your turn. Scar is coming for you.
So he reaches out and touches Eingar, and the greenish white energy goes from his hand into Eingar as I cast Cure Light.
Okay, so Cure Light Wounds on Eingar. That's action, 8 points. So we see the dwarf kind of gasp and splutter. Gets 8 points as he's laying on his back.
So Eingar gets 13, and then everyone else gets 5. And as the unicorn sparks off another rainbow hue of healing for everyone, and with my bonus action, Albirix puts his shield up over his face and his quarterstaff as a spear, and energy crackles all along it to turn into a spearhead made of pinkish white energy as I cast Shillelagh, which is my psychic spear.
Cool.
And that is my turn.
All right.
I assume you moved me, Lucian.
Yeah, because we can't really have 2 people in the same. So I'm just going to have it that when you fell forward, we'll say, and that just clears up anybody being 2 people in the same square.
Okay.
That brings us to Rock.
He's going to attack Scar.
Okay. Reckless or normal or what's happening here?
Normal attack.
Okay. He bats your great axe away and it shakes so much that you almost feel like you almost drop your axe from the power he hits it with. Anything else for Rock?
That's all he's got.
Dirk, you see only what you probably have heard stories about before, but this hell Cambion standing before you, you could feel the heat radiating off of these creatures, and this is like true evil staring at you, and you're wondering if you're on the right side at this moment. But what does heroic Dirk do?
Heroic Dirk takes disengage as a bonus action.
He's like, I'm out.
And he runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he takes out his short bow and attacks the hellhound in front of him here.
Okay.
Short bow. Oh, I have advantage on this though, so I'm gonna roll again.
Cool.
So 19.
19 is a hit.
For 5 damage.
Okay.
And sneak attack for 4 damage, so 9 damage.
Oof. That one was lower than normal, it looked like.
That was lower than normal.
Crazy. Okay. Anything else for our wily Dirk? I like the idea that if we saw this in the cartoon as you're dashing and parkouring and sliding around all this stuff in here to get to a better spot. Anything else?
No, he cries as a free action.
Okay. He's affected by these things. All right. Eingar, you are up.
Eingar gets up and he looks at the Cambion and says, I mark you, using his hunter's mark.
Cool. Is that action or bonus action?
That's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Yeah, okay. Cool.
And then swings away with the battle axe.
We'll put a mark on him. There we go. 8 is a miss as he smashes your battle axe to the side.
And that's it for me.
All right. Tristan, you're on your back. Did you actually stand up, Eingar?
Yes, I
I
did.
assumed you. Okay, yeah. So Tristan, you are on your back. You wake up, and things have moved around, but you can still tell there's battle happening. You are currently lying prone.
Right. So it's half your movement to get up, right?
Correct.
All right. I'll get up.
All right.
And how can I reach the demon?
There appears to be a hellhound in your way.
Is that hellhound severely messed up, or?
All of them are severely damaged. Everything here looks like it's fairly wounded. It looks like they're just desperately trying to attack as much as they can.
How many hit points does Rock have? It's hard to tell from this current.
Rock's looking angry and relatively healthy.
All right. I'm going to lay hands on myself for 21.
All right. Burst of divine energy into you. Is that a bonus action or action?
It's an action.
Okay, so that's your action. You have half movement or a bonus action if you have anything.
Bonus action. Do I have anything I can use? I don't. The smites have to be used in conjunction with an attack, so that won't work. So, nope, I think I'm just stuck here.
Okay. All right. So let's do some rolls here. Hellhound. Let's see. Huh? Ooh. That's bad news. All right. Hellhound number 1 looks to Alberex and Eingar, and you see the jaw drop open, and you see the buildup of, as it takes in a big breath, and then flame just streaks out into this corner of the room here. So I need...
stuff a sock in his mouth.
Okay. It works. We need a dexterity saving throw, DC 12, please, from Alberix and Eingar. Ooh, Eingar nailed it. All right, so half, so 21 points of fire in half, so it's 10 points of fire damage.
Oh, I made it.
Yeah, the save helped you.
How much damage?
10 points of fire.
That was 10 if they didn't save?
No, it was 21 if they didn't. 10
Oh,
if they
gotcha.
did.
Yeah, you're just doing average. I forgot.
Yeah. Creature number 2. I think it doesn't really have a good range here. He's just going to try to bite the paladin behind him, who's just stood up, or the raging orc. I don't think I have a... I'm going to just roll. So, high paladin, low orc. So we'll just do a quick roll here. So, orc. It's going to try to bite the orc. Oh. Wait, does he have... Yeah, he does have 5. Okay. Does an 18 hit the orc?
An 18 does hit the orc.
All right. That is 11 piercing and 9 fire damage.
Unless my friendly paladin can protect.
Is that something I can do? Oh yeah, it is a bite. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, so then it would be a 14.
That's a miss.
Okay. So that's its turn. So Scar... Yeah, he's going to spear Eingar, or attempt to spear Eingar. So here he goes. For a 23, for 10 piercing and 2 fire damage.
I'm back down.
Albirix's eyes, his yellow eyes, are wide with concern.
He he looks at you, and then he takes the spear as if in slow motion and begins to shove it into your body, or attempt to. Let's see what he rolls.
Lucian,
Wow.
what is with these rolls?
Oh boy. So, and what he does is it's slow, and we get slow motion, we get slow spear movement, and the tip hits like above your heart, and then you feel the searing of the spear blade hit into you for a total of 16 points of damage, 11 piercing and 5 fire. And he lets the spear sizzle before he pops it back out. And he looks at you and he says, "Now is your time. I will have my soul." And he's starting to wind up as if he's ready to hit you again, but it is your turn now. Albrix's turn.
All right. Albirix is completely folded over the spear and bleeding from many, many wounds. And give me one. And I'm really kind of messed up on my movement here. So he will I am going to take the Christ,
All right.
I don't know.
Let's go. Yeah, you got to go.
All right, I'm going to take the
Fight.
disengage action and move away.
All right. So you stumble away in fear. Love it.
And I am going to actually, no, I'm going to take the what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Cure Light Wounds action on myself.
So not disengage?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
All right, so casted a spell, Cure Light Wounds.
So I get 20 hit points back. Everybody else gets 5 hit points back.
Cool. Is it concentration on the totem? Is that not at one?
It's not.
Okay, cool.
Do I get it even though I'm dead?
Oh,
down
everybody gets it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it brings you back up.
Here.
That's about the most bullshit upcast I've seen in a Coon's Age.
That's a boss spell.
And with his bonus action, he's not going to do anything except for wait for what happens next.
All right, rocks up.
Which of the two hounds is the bloodiest?
Ooh, good question. The one to the north of you. Though they are both pretty bloodied.
Rock is going to recklessly attack.
Ooh, going for advantage. Gets the crit. Nice. This should be good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that. Go ahead and describe that awesome hit.
That's a huge overhand downward chop onto that hellhound. And it'll cut him right in two. And then he's just going to jump. He's actually going to jump up in the air and attack the other. Same way.
Yeah, 21 hits. Ooh, 22 slashing damage. Nice.
Nice one.
That one goes down. Go ahead and describe that one.
It's the same, almost the exact same shot, just rotated 90 degrees.
Nice.
Wow, that's just the thing we needed.
All right, anything more for Rock?
He's going to step up and, he's going to pull his axe out of the giant gouge in the ground that he just made and take a step up to... Well, will he get an attack of opportunity if I step in on him like that?
Not when you step in. No, it's only when you leave the creature's range.
Then I get right there in his face.
Cool. All right, Dirk, you're up.
Dirk repositions over here so that he can see the Cambion. He pulls out his arrow and says something really cool and koboldy. This arrow's got your name on it, and its name is Arrow. Shortbow, go for 15.
You see the arrow hit his armor and shatter.
I tried. That is my turn.
Eingar, you are prone on the ground. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'll just back up one more square.
Okay. Eingar, you're prone on the ground.
I am gonna get up and just snarl angrily.
Okay.
Don't do that again. And I am assuming my hunter's mark, the concentration was broken when I went down.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, when you go unconscious.
And I will swing with the battle axe.
All right. Yes, 21 hits.
For 8 plus Colossus. And I would have to use bonus action to pull my Warhammer out. Can I swing with it then? Or I have to wait till next turn?
You get a free action. Though when you go unconscious, I don't know if technically both your weapons are still in your hand. I give you the benefit that you'd grab one.
That's what lanyards are for. I think we all know this.
Yeah. Flip maces.
That's right.
That's right.
Big fan.
So I can...
Is it
so I
written
can
on your
swing it?
character sheet that you have a lanyard? Let's check. Did the marshal check you?
That's just a given with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's like saying, does he breathe every 2 seconds or something?
So go ahead and swing it.
Yeah, you can swing it.
Okay.
It clangs off of its armor.
All right. That's it for me.
Oh no.
All right,
Tristan's up.
sweet. I come over to here and I cast Sanctuary on the Gith.
Okay, cool. So it was you ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a wisdom saving throw. Cool.
Yep.
So that's an action. Oh no, bonus action.
Yep. And then I'm going to attempt to attack it.
All right. Attempt to attack. Oh, he crits.
Woo!
The paladin
Tell me
crits.
Wah, wah, wah.
Tell me you've got a spell slot left.
I do.
Ah!
So, actually, I have 2 left. So, that'll add a 2d8.
Yep, go ahead and roll him.
One
He's
second.
a fiend, so that's 3d8.
Nope, it's only a first level spell this time.
But fiends get an additional d8 because they don't like the smite.
Oh, right. Okay, well, hold on. Alright, so 16, and then 19, 35
35.
for the first attack.
And the
Yeah.
crit doubles your smite damage too.
Oh, it does? Kick ass.
Yeah,
All right,
any
so
any
do-
dice that's rolled. Yeah, it gets doubled up.
So another 11 to that.
So give me the total again.
Let's see. 19, 20, 30, 46 on the first attack.
All right. Anything else?
Second attack. Also with a smite, which will be my last spell.
Well, see
So
if you
16
hit.
more. All that's radiant.
Oh, okay, yeah, 21. Yeah. Yeah. All right. In a final swing and flurry of longsword, go ahead and describe the blows on the Cambion.
Sure.
Go ahead. Describe the
So-
whole sequence.
So he's going to do is he runs over, he wards his friend, then he takes a spinning attack to cut his Achilles, which drops the demon down to his knee. Then he stabs him under the armpit, up through his head, and pulls it back with a flaming power of Justice of Torm.
Yeah. So as it pulls out, you can see the radiant heat is billowing out of this wound you just gave it. And though it stands up on its Achilles heel staring at Alberex, and he just kind of chuckles. He says, "I'll be back." And then it just turns to dust and hits the floor. And it's just like a big pile of reddish, rusty looking dust on the ground. And that's where we will end tonight's session. Hopefully everybody enjoyed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Seeking Revonar. Hopefully you come back for next Monday to watch more of this going into the monastery and see what else they do. Pretty epic battle, so I think it was cool. But I think that's where we're going to call it. So, Jordan, thank you for joining our game tonight. We'll have to talk to him to see what his schedule looks like. He may or may not return in the other. It was just fun to have him because he had a week off. If he does, well, he'll be here to play. If not, we'll tell you what happens next week when we come by. If you want to check out any of our stuff, Jordan and me do our Saturday morning D&D show at 12 p.m. Eastern over on this Twitch channel that you happen to be on right now, or later on if you want to look for it, Twitch/SirLucien, or you can go out to Jordan's channel where he does all of the Forgotten Realms Explained stuff, which is really cool if you want to know anything about Forgotten Realms and lots of lore and cool things and videos and all of that kind of stuff. You can check him out at Jordan, or with the PH, Jordan, or me at SirLucien Gaming on Twitter. So thanks everybody. Let's wave goodbye as we head out. Well, let's put the cameras up so everybody can see you as we go. Everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you in the next night. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having me. Woo.
Bye, everyone.
Holy shit, that